It is a beautiful Saturday morning, and in this video, I want to walk you through everything that I eat in a day as an extremely frugal person. Because I've worked with almost 100 people at this point, and spending less on food is usually the number one thing I look at for a fast win, because this is where people really overspend, and it's one of the easiest things to change about what you spend your money on if you're trying to increase your savings. And for me personally, last year I spent, I think, a little under $200 per month on food. So if I remember my math right, it came out to about like $6.20 a day. And I know that most people spend way more than that. I think if you look at the data, the average person in the US spends about 3 to 4 times that. And I'm a much larger person than average. I'm 6'2", I'm over 200 pounds, I work out a lot. So if I can survive on that much, then you can probably spend even less. So let me show you what I eat. And I always do meal prep, so I always have a meal that's already prepared. This helps me reduce spending because I'm never tempted to eat out because I always have something already made. So I need to do a little more food prep today in the afternoon, so I'll sort of show you what I usually make, how I do it. But at least for breakfast, I already got something pre-made. For breakfast, I've got this. This is really not even a real recipe. It's literally just some chicken, some Polish sausages, some vegetables that I chopped up, and then some rice that I then put together in this pressure cooker. Almost every meal I make, I use this pressure cooker, but I make a lot of different meals in it. But for breakfast, something super simple. This is just something that was leftovers that I threw together the other day. And you will see that a lot of my meals are just sort of some combination of vegetables, some form of meat, and then rice. But I'm just gonna microwave this, and that will be my breakfast. So that's microwaving now. Later today though, I'm gonna make a big batch of chili, which is why I want to make this video today, to show you what I normally would make. Chili is one of my go-to recipes. And then last night, I also made some spaghetti and meatballs. That was very delicious last night, but I've also got some leftovers, so that will probably be my dinner tonight. And then I also have some go-to snacks, which are sort of high protein, high calorie things I'll eat throughout the day. So I'll also show you that. I actually think that's maybe the key to how I spend so little. So anyways, excited to show you what I normally eat in a day. This is like the thing I get asked about the most, which sort of surprises me. I'm not a very good cook. This is something I've sort of resisted talking about because I feel like I'm not super qualified, but I do save a lot of money. Works for me, so hopefully it's helpful for you. And I will say that as simple as something like this is, it's still pretty tasty to me. I mean, it's not complex, it's nothing crazy, but I don't need something that's super fancy all of the time. And I'm also maybe a little bit of a psycho, and maybe this is why I've been resistant to make videos like this before, which is that I don't really mind eating the same thing all of the time. So a lot of my meals are very similar, and when I meal prep, I'll usually make 8 to 9 meals at a time, and that's pretty much like the only thing I'll eat for 2 to 3 days. Then I'll make a big batch of something else. I know a lot of people do not like doing that, so instead what they will do is they might food prep 3 different meals, and then throughout the week they have the same meal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but it's at least something different throughout the day. But for me, I don't have a lot of space. I live with roommates. I only really have one shelf in the refrigerator, so I don't even do that. But today I do have a little more variety, and again, cooking up a couple different meals. So hopefully this will give you a good sense of what I normally eat, and of course, how I save so much money. Okay, so it's a couple hours later, and I am in need of a snack. I like to eat every couple hours when I can, but I don't want to eat like a full meal. So I just like to have a small sort of high protein snack sort of throughout the day. And one of my absolute go-tos is a banana with peanut butter. Where did I put my peanut butter? It's in here. Okay. So the reason I like bananas and peanut butter is, one, they're delicious. I mean, I love banana and peanut butter. Also, very cheap. So bananas at my grocery store are 69 cents a pound. I don't really know how much this banana weighs, but I'm pretty sure that comes out to like about a quarter per banana. And then peanut butter is also super cheap. I'll look up what this one costs, but it's definitely like not a lot. What I don't really know is how much peanut butter I use per banana, but it'll definitely last for like a lot of them. And at one point I literally did the math to figure out the cheapest thing I could buy at the grocery store per gram of protein. So like how many cents does each gram of protein cost? And when I did that, peanut butter was the cheapest gram of protein I could get. It was like 2 cents per gram of protein, I think. And bananas are also really good for you, and they taste delicious. So again, one of my absolute go-tos, I used to eat a ton of bananas. The other great thing about this is it's also super filling. So this isn't like a full meal, but honestly, if I just ate like 2 bananas with peanut butter, I would not be hungry at all. Like that would be like a full meal for me. I'll just have one. This is just sort of a snack sort of throughout the day. And I don't think most people want to eat 2 bananas with peanut butter for dinner or anything like that. But point being, it's very, very filling. So high protein, very low cost, very filling, what more could you want? One of the best snacks you can have. Alrighty, so it is time to do some food prep. Kind of want to take you through this process. I am not a very good cook. I also don't really like cooking, but I really, really dislike spending a bunch of money, and I never want to be eating out. This gets extremely expensive. So, a little quick story for you. So every year, I actually crunch the numbers on what I spent on all of my different expense categories throughout the year. And last year, I spent less than $200 a month on food. But what was really interesting about this is that I flag all of my expenses, which were not at the grocery store. So every time I eat out. And I think I only ate out last year, I think it was like 5 or 6 times. But just those 5 or 6 meals made up almost 10% of my total spending on food last year. So that's a massive, massive difference. The difference between preparing my own meals and eating out literally saves me thousands of dollars a year. So today I'm making a big batch of chili. This is one of my absolute go-to recipes because 1, it's pretty cheap, 2, it's pretty healthy, 3, it's very easy. So I've got some things right here. I've got some vegetables, some stock, crushed tomatoes, beans, sausages. I've got some ground turkey in the pressure cooker. I make this with ground turkey because 1, it's like half the price of beef. And 2, it's also much better for the environment. So kind of a win-win. I'll also add some other spices, some other things, of course, but this one is one of my favorite recipes. It's not the cheapest thing to eat. There are some other recipes which I will sometimes make, which are even lower cost, especially things that use chicken, because chicken is even lower cost than the ground turkey. But even so, I think this comes out to about $2.15 per meal last time I ran the numbers. So still very, very affordable. And plus, using this Ninja Foodie over here, this thing will make about 9 meals, so 3 days worth of food. Absolutely great, and looking forward to having it as sort of a late lunch today. So let me take you through the process and we'll get this chili made. First, I'm going to add the ground turkey, the beans, the crushed tomatoes, and the stock to the pressure cooker. I'm going to pressure cook this for 15 minutes. And while that is cooking, I'm going to chop up all of these vegetables. So I've got peppers, onion, garlic. That's usually all I add. And I'm also going to add a Polish sausage here just for some more flavor. Once the pressure cooking is done, we're going to add all of those vegetables and the sausages, and we're going to sear/saute this for a little while. This is also when I'm going to add all of the spices to give a little more kick. And then we're actually going to bake/roast this for about 20 minutes, but every few minutes I'm going to stir this around just so it doesn't get burned on top. And there we have it. That is 9 meals worth of chili once I combine it with this huge pot of rice that I cooked over here. The chili just finished up. Take a look at this. That is absolutely gorgeous. It also smells really, really good. So I'm gonna break this up into a bunch of different meals, and this will be my lunch for the day. That is pretty good stuff, and it only costs a couple of bucks. So let me give you a little bit of a review. 1 second. It's probably still really hot. I honestly think I'll never get tired of that. I know people aren't like me. I'm a little bit of a psycho. I don't mind eating the same thing all the time. But I could eat that like every meal. I literally wouldn't get tired of it. It should taste so good. And even better, I got another like 8 meals of that right here. It's gonna get me through the next couple of days. Life is good. So that is a bunch of very filling meals that just finished up. And it really doesn't take me that long to cook. I mean, I guess I took about 15 minutes maybe to prepare everything, which is just chopping things up and throwing them in the pot. And then really everything else is sort of done for me. I mean, the most time consuming part of this is to actually just dish out all the rice and the chili into the meal prep containers. But that's not very hard. This is so easy. If you can read and follow instructions, you can make something like this. Very tasty, very high protein, very low cost. It's gonna feed me for a couple of days. I'm never gonna be tempted to eat out because when I get up in the morning, I've got something to take to work. And when I get home from work, I've got something in the fridge ready to eat. If you don't meal prep, I highly recommend it. So all in all, I cook usually about twice a week. I guess I average maybe more than twice a week because I think each time I food prep, I make about 3 days worth of food. And each week, my grocery bill is usually somewhere between $35 and $40. Sometimes it'll bump over into $50, depending on whether I'm sort of stocking up. We'll see what I spend at the end of the year when I average it across all of the months. I think until this point of the year, I've been tracking about like $225 a month. But again, this is one of those expenses that I think really sneaks up on people because generally people buy food every now and then, and there are so many opportunities to eat. That means there's a lot of different opportunities to spend money. And what that means is that it's very easy to overspend in this category without even really realizing it. So highly recommend tracking your expenses and really seeing what you spend on your food bill. If you don't track your expenses, I put a free budgeting template in the description for you. This is very similar to what I actually use. If you don't want to do it manually, there are some other options. For example, I have a partnership with Monarch Money. They can do this for you automatically just because they can actually sync with your credit card and debit accounts, all those sorts of things. They'll also automatically tag all those expenses so you can still get that insight into what you're spending your money on. There is a 7-day free trial. There's also a 50% off link in the description because they're my partner. So if trying to save you all some money, I wouldn't know what to change to get on track to reach my financial goals if I did not track my expenses. Truly the most important financial habit there is. But now I've got to throw these in the fridge and I'll check back in next time I get hungry, which will probably be in a couple hours. Probably have some leftover spaghetti and meatballs. So we'll see you then when I get hungry for dinner. Alrighty, it's about 6:30 and I'm ready for dinner. So tonight for dinner, I've got spaghetti and meatballs. I made this last night. Very simple recipe. Once again, made a bunch of meals. So I think this made about 5 meals. I keep it in these containers, but I'm gonna plate it up. This is an extraordinarily simple recipe. Just some ground turkey, some breadcrumbs, and an egg to make the meatballs. Then I just put spaghetti over the top of that, about a half a thing of spaghetti sauce, and then a little water, and then I just pressure cook that. Extremely easy, not complex. Anybody who is a good cook will absolutely be screaming at me in the comments because this is like such a non-traditional way to make spaghetti and meatballs, but it tastes good to me. I don't like cooking. It works for me. And I did the math on this, and I think this comes out to like $1.30 per meal. It's pretty nuts because it really is nothing else other than pasta sauce, pasta, the ground turkey, and then the egg and breadcrumbs. Extremely cheap. It's not the healthiest thing in the world, but it's a little bit of a treat to myself. So over the weekends, and it is the weekend right now, this is one of my sort of go-tos. So all total today, I think I'll probably spend about $7 to $8 on food in terms of what I've actually consumed. Again, I'm a very large person. I'm 6'2", I'm 215 pounds. I work out all the time, so I need a lot of calories. A lot of people need to eat way less than I do, and I'm still surviving on easily less than $10 per day. I think last year it was less than $7 a day, so it is not a lot. I think the average person spends at least over $5,000 per year. I think it's more than that, whereas I'm spending less than $2,500. And hopefully what I'm eating doesn't seem like absolutely crazy. Like I'm not just eating plain rice and nothing else. I'm eating things that I enjoy, that I think taste good, that are relatively nutritious, that have, high amounts of protein. Chili, jambalaya, spaghetti and meatballs, all these different meals are pretty good for you. They taste very good, I think. And you can make them in bulk. You can make them with very cheap ingredients. I think that's a pretty good deal. Sort of a win-win-win. And I'm going to top this off with just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I'm almost out. I think this will use up the rest of mine. I don't know how appetizing this looks, but I can tell you that I'm very excited to eat it because it tastes very good. So anyways, that's going to be my dinner for tonight. I'll probably snack a little bit later because I usually get kind of hungry later at night, and I'll probably be up kind of late since it's over the weekend. So I'll check in if I eat anything else, but first I need to devour this pasta. So it's a little past 11 p.m. right now. This is pretty late for me, but it has been a long day and finally finished all the work I need to get through. So I am kind of chilling out, trying to decompress. I don't want to go to bed while I'm still thinking about a lot of stuff. So I try to take a few minutes in the evening to chill out. I also usually do have the bad habit of snacking during this time. My sort of go-to is peanuts and raisins. My family called these mouse sandwiches when I was growing up. If you sandwich a raisin between 2 peanut halves. Anyways, peanuts and raisins taste pretty good, pretty cheap, especially peanuts, and pretty high in protein. Not like necessarily the healthiest thing, but a very filling thing, pretty high protein and very cheap. Raisins are a little more expensive, but this bag of raisins will last me a pretty long time. So this is sort of my go-to snack. Just a handful or two will sort of give me everything that I need. I probably should just go to bed instead of eating, but whatever, it's the weekend. This is kind of my go-to. But that's really a full day of what I eat as a super frugal person. So we had some pre-made rice and vegetables and meat, and then we made chili this afternoon, banana and peanut butter, then some pre-made spaghetti and meatballs, now some peanuts and raisins. If you add all of that up, that is definitely well under $10. So I would highly encourage you to track how much you're actually spending on food. Again, this is the one that really sneaks up on people, and people, when they look at this, they realize they're spending a lot more than they think. So you can use my free budgeting template in the description. If you want something more advanced, you can use Monarch Money, 7-day free trial plus 50% off. Either way, I would really make sure you actually look at what you're spending. If it's a lot more than $10 a day, I bet you can find some savings. But while food definitely is one of the easiest ways to save more money, it's definitely not the only one. So that's why you need to watch this next video that's popping up on screen right now. I'll help you save even more money.